met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick? Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. They send Green to the left on his own. Fakes the give to Bernard. Don't. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
Oh, I can hear my smile on that play.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
3-19.
Here we go on 4th down with Osweiler. Completion left side to Miller. 11 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second and 10. It's Osweiler again. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
On second down, here's Miller. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Dalton sets up play action. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Brian Cushing not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans take possession. Brock Osweiler now heading out there to get set to go here on offense. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
Don't take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing, Osweiler setting up the screen for Miller. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Got to be careful here. Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. To throw here, Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He drops it off to Bernard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Keith Mumphrey. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's Brock Osweiler and the Texan offense getting set to go. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now Osweiler on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The throw on first down with Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Caught, Eifert over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 380. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got time. And that is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Passing, it's Dalton, and he comes back with one complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From midfield here, Dalton. He's got time in the pocket. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Yeah, that's perfect. 2. Davis. Deep. I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Osweiler and finding Fedorowicz. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it again with Miller. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Gets it to Strong. And he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now here's Mumphrey. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And here comes the Texans now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 36. And that'll be good enough for Cincinnati first. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Red zone opportunity.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Stays on his feet. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Second down, Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Green 39! Green 39!
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Miller, the lone setback. Here's Osweiler. Flushed out right. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. Completion left side to Miller. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Green 39. Green 30.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. That's caught at the 3. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Let's go. 3-19.
Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
Right. Four down. Check. Bang. Hey. 26, check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Finding time. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but when they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back to our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good for a Houston first. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously, an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Groomed in Denver and actually got to play some before he ended up making his departure to Houston. But after the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I think he was in search of his own team and his own destiny as maybe a Super Bowl quarterback. They gave him a great opportunity, and he took advantage of it and headed to be a Texan.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come up in an offset eye. Again, here's Bernard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Hill, the lone setback. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Surveying the field. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong in the final minute. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point.
And now we've got a tie.
And now the kick is blocked. And the deep, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 50, the 30. But he'll get no further as he's brought down within sight of the goal line inside the 20. But all he'll get is knowledge that the extra point was no good.
And they were kicking for the go-ahead point and possibly the winner, and it gets blocked. What happens on that type of a play? Where does the leakage occur, or do they just not have enough effort?
Talk about a range of emotions. You saw their sideline after the touchdown. They thought they'd won the game. You just assume the extra point's going to be made.
And just think about the opposite sideline. They're thinking, what are we going to do for our last drive? Because we're going to get the ball back possibly. Or did we just lose the game? That's a tough one right there.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. So now Dalton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, here's Dalton. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Big spot, Andy Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. Still on his feet. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it here with Bernard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Bernard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And that is no good. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Osweiler dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hold on. Defense.
Throwing now is Osweiler. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Miller, the lone setback. Throwing, Osweiler, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
This time, Osweiler will throw. Gets it to Strong. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 2nd down, Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And Eifert has it. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Can't believe they let you play. Can't believe they even let you play.
Now a carry for Bernard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Throwing. Dalton caught. Eifert over the middle. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.